Now, if you know me and you've been watching me for a while, you know that my basketball content, I take it very, very seriously. So seriously, in fact, that I haven't even blinked once yet. That's right. This entire day, I've kept both my eyes completely open from the time I woke up till now, and I've not blinked once. I'm taking this 100% seriously. I'm 100% focused on this. But without further ado, let's talk about how Danny Green can win MVP this season. Also, real quickly, before this video starts, if you haven't already, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It does wonders for this humble channel. I'm going to be walking through a step-by-step process of how Danny Green can simply win the MVP through basically just working on his strengths. So, to start things off, we're going to call step 1 the grind, okay? This is the very first step. It's a very simple one, and that's just Danny Green's got to get into the gym and start chucking up some threes. MVP players usually just play to their strengths, so there's no reason why Danny Green can't master his corner 3. It's going to have to come to a point, though, where he's basically automatic from that range in order for this to work at all. Step number 2 I'm going to call the farce. Basically, the first 10 games of Danny Green's season, they're going to have to be basically a front. He's going to have to be looking like complete garbage, just absolute trash. And you might be asking yourself, well, if he's going for MVP and he's put in all this work to be automatic from the three-point line, then why on earth is he going to pretend to be garbage? Well, I'll tell you why. You see, his playoff performance in the finals was very, very subpar. It was abysmal. And if players in the league and scouts are thinking that he is still continuing on with that to the next season, then more often than not, what scouts are going to say is it's okay to leave Danny Green wide open from the three-point line. And if he continues to miss him or fake that he can't make them, then they're going to just leave him open and give him plenty of space to work for the next few games, so to speak. Now, this third step I'm going to call the Quicken Loans Arena Massacre. Now, this entails that basically OKC is going to roll up to Quicken Loans Arena to face off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's going to be a regular day. You know, Danny Green's shooting like god-awful percentages from the field and the three-point line. So, you know, so far it seems like it's going to be a regular game. However, that couldn't be further from the truth. What is going to happen is that these poor souls on the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be none the wiser as to what the OKC Thunder have in store for them. Because what's going to happen is, this game is when Danny Green is going to turn it up. He's going to turn up the heat to a point where it's going to look unfair. So he starts getting hot, right? He's going to start getting warmed up. He's going to get some three-point jumpers going. And this is going to be quite the surprise because the past few games, he's been bricking everything. So scouts, players, coaches alike are like, well, damn, we got a game plan for this man. So they're going to have to change up some strats before it gets out of hand because he's making every shot he's putting up. As the game progresses, as Danny Green makes more and more three-pointers. Before the first half is even over, he breaks Steph Curry's record for most three-pointers in a game. And slowly but surely, the game just gets out of hand. It's really, really hard to watch. So viewer discretion is advised as we keep rolling through the film here, keep going deeper into the massacre at Quicken Loans Arena. In fact, legend has it that the Cavs players just stopped playing defense on Danny Green because at that point, it would have just been better to save their energy for offense because there was no way they were stopping him. Finally, at the end of it all in the fourth quarter, Danny Green has played every single minute of this game and has nearly scored every point for this OKC team and is just blowing the Cavs out of the water here. It's a massacre. Just as the name entitles, a massacre. And when the game's all said and done, you'll see right here, well, this video rather, just speaks for itself, honestly. Danny Green comes out of nowhere and drops the most points in an NBA game with 121. Now, after this game occurred, it was just a complete collapse of the Cleveland Cavaliers, not just the team, but the organization. Kevin Love announced his retirement after this game, and his last interaction with the team was that he crapped on the locker room floor. At least that's what reports will say. After the game, Dan Gilbert gives Danny Green the ownership of the Cleveland Cavaliers for absolutely free, stating, and here I quote, This is from Dan Gilbert himself. We're your bitch now, Danny. Do whatever you like with us. Now, the reason that this step needs to occur against, if not Cleveland, another bad NBA team is because everyone needs to write this off as like one big fluke, okay? There's no way that Danny Green is actually going to gun for the MVP spot and take the crown of best shooting guard in league history. However, as the weeks progress and as the games keep going on, Danny Green just simply cannot be stopped. He keeps breaking records over and over again. And this is where we get to step 4, which is the lockout. When the All-Star break hits, Adam Silver decides, at this point, there is no stopping Danny Green. Whether we like it or not, the championship team is a foregone conclusion. The winner of this season is definitely the OKC Thunder, led by none other than the greatest shooting guard of all time, Danny Green. So what will happen is he'll just, at that point, end the season. And this is step 5, which is basically profit. Danny Green simply gets the MVP for his performance throughout the rest of the regular season. He also gets a ring because they decided to just give it to them by default since there's no chance that any other team's going to get it, along with a host of other awards, such as Most Improved Player, Defensive Player of the Year, an All-NBA First Team selection, All-Defensive Team First selection, and an All-Rookie First Team selection. Because why the hell not? He might as well get everything at this point. A lot of people will tell you that next season's MVP is going to be Luka Doncic, or Giannis Antetokounmpo, or LeBron James. But you tell them, you say, look, man, I believe, this is without a doubt, that Danny Green, again, no doubt in my mind, no doubt in your mind, that Danny Green will be the league MVP next season. And when they ask you, what the hell are you talking about? What you smoking there? You send them to this video, and they'll see what you're talking about. They'll realize that Luka Doncic and Giannis, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. It's already a foregone conclusion. That's my in-depth, very serious, very, very well thought out plan of how Danny Green can win MVP next season. There's no disputing this. These are completely factual. And if anyone has a problem with them or feels like these are just not going to happen, well, I got to say, you're out. What comprehensive plan do you have for your MVP selection, huh? Anyways, that's it for me. And yeah, take it easy.